Hi everyone. Last week I was asked by Shine Bright UK, which is a mental health charity in Kingston, to do a short session for them down at Canterbury Pavilion. And this was all a little fusion of yoga, a little bit of dance, basically just moving our bodies and having a bit of fun. And loads of people joined in. I met loads of really lovely new people from Kingston. And some people said, could you re-record the session? So I said I'd do that. So Shine Bright UK is a mental health charity, so it was all about movement for mental health. So let's start then. Good practice to do, yoga, dance, movement, being a little bit silly, a little bit of fun for joy. So good to do in the morning or perhaps in the afternoon if you're having that after lunch lull. Okay, so starting with the feet hip width apart, we're going to do a standing practice today. Inviting you to bring your hands onto your abdomen. Closing the eyes if you feel comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep your eyes open, perhaps with a fixed gazing point. And then beginning to just take some smooth, even breaths. So a couple of quieter moments here. Really observing the movement of the breath, the physical movement in the body as you breathe in and out. And just observing for yourself how you feel before we start our short movement practice. How do you feel today physically and mentally? And after your next exhale, releasing the hands, taking your chin to your chest, gently moving the chin to the right and then the left. Repeating a couple of times. If you can, taking a big inhale. And on the exhale, just relaxing your shoulders away from your ears and coming back up to standing. And then a little bit of buoyancy in the legs, there's a bit of bouncing through the knees or movement through the knees. And then we'll step to the left, bend the knee, take the waist over the knee, inhale center, coming to the other side. Repeating to the first side, now extending the arms. Inhale center and exhale to the right. Back to the first side, looking over both shoulders, so continuing to warm up the neck. And to the first side, really grounding down through the right foot, engaging the muscles of the left inner thigh. Lovely. So a little bit of movement there. And as we return to this first side, a little bit of wind the bobbin. Back to the first side. Winding the arms. If you're at home, you might even like to bring in a little bit of singing or movement. You could even put some music on. Anyway, back to the center. Inhale, arms rise, interlacing the fingers above the head. Hopefully you can just about see that. And stretch to the right. Stretch to the left. And as we come back to center, we're now going to step wide again, taking the toes slightly wider than the heels, opening the arms up, just lifting the chin, observing how you feel in this position, awakening the body, lifting up to the sky. And then from here, let's bring the feet parallel and exhale, fold forward. Maybe just halfway, if that's good for you. Perhaps even your fold is just a little bit forward. Halfway, or if you want to take it further, you can fold towards the ground. Perhaps keeping the hands on the legs, or they might come towards the ground. Inhale, big reach up, turning the toes out wider again. Couple of deep breaths. Feet are parallel once more as we fold forward, perhaps halfway, perhaps a little bit further. Always working with what's right for you. Yoga is a non-competitive practice. And inhale, let's rise up and come back to center. This time, a little bit of awareness in our Tadasana or mountain pose. So having a feeling of connecting to the earth through your feet, perhaps even shifting the weight slightly into the outside of the left foot, inside of the right, and back to the other way. Coming forward and into the heels. Now imagining you're turning your inner thighs out to the sides. Notice how this engages that area and just bring your sitting bones forward a little bit, rolling the shoulders and pointing the fingers down towards the floor. Now that we've made those few changes in our Tadasana, how does this pose feel now that we're standing with a little bit more intention and awareness? 2 deep breaths. And now it's time to put the hands on the hips, ready for the hula hooping move. So just getting a little bit of movement into the hips, just really having a little bit of fun here. And if you want to, you can bring in the arms, interlaced, doesn't really matter, but now we're gonna hula hoop round the mat. So imagining you're trying to keep that hoop going. If you've ever done any hula hooping, it's quite a challenging thing to do. So working with our hula hoop, perhaps getting a little bit more movement into the body. And let's go back the other way. Back to center for our hula hooping. And now stepping wide, a more traditional yoga pose. Don't often take hula hooping in my class. And so we're going to turn the right foot towards the side. If you're on a mat, then great. Otherwise, just turn the right foot to the side. And the left toe, left leg is slightly coming in towards the midline. So feel a sense of strength through the legs, engaging the inner thighs. Draw your navel to the spine and lift the arms up to shoulder height. Up to the inhale and exhale, just releasing the elbow, the arms, the shoulders away from the ears even. Now pointing forward with the right fingers and exhale, let's bend that right knee. The knee is just over your right ankle. So this is warrior 2. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. And now lower the arms. And we're very slowly, carefully going to turn our feet round. So now the left toes pointing to the side and right toes coming in to also point at, to the front right corner of the mat or the floor. Okay, inhale, lifting the arms wide, and exhale, bending that front knee. Perhaps adjusting your stance a little so your knee is over the ankle and not forward of the ankle. 3 deep breaths here. And then let's lower. Let's heel and toe the feet together, and then coming back to center there and just taking a little gentle swing of the arms from side to side to start with the hips face forward. Perhaps even if you can have a little smile on your face. This also helps to send a message to the brain that we're happy. And now just bringing in the heel. So lifting up each heel one by one and just taking the knee to the right as you go to the right and knee to the left as you go to the left. And now let's take the hands over the head. Inhale, we're going to take a gentle twist to the right. You can keep the arms above the head. And exhale, let's release the arms. And gently move the left arm towards the right. Couple of breaths here in your twist. Inhale back to center, arms over the head, and exhale to twist to the left, perhaps bringing that right hand to the outside of the left hip. And after a few breaths, we're coming back to center. And now we're going to take the breath of joy. So taking quite a slightly wider stance with your legs again. Toes slightly wider than the heels. Oh, there's a spider on my mat. So hopefully that's crawling away. Right, so we've got a slightly wide stance with the heels, a little bit of a bend in the knees. We're going to take 3 sharp inhales as we move the arms up, out and up. And then as you exhale, the hands come to rest on the thighs. So getting ready then for a breath of joy. Big smile if possible. Inhale, 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 exhale. In, out. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale once more. Lovely. And now coming back to center and just a couple of minutes of dancing around any way you like. This is what we all did together last week in the Canbury Pavilion. Any kind of movement, just getting the arms and legs away from the body. Feels slightly different doing it myself in the bookshop on my own with nobody else joining in. So, little bit of freestyle dancing to finish, and then if you'd like to come back to center, slow the movement down, so coming back into stillness. Make that connection between the soles of your feet and the earth. Hands back to the abdomen again. Rolling the shoulders, perhaps closing the eyes. Once more, coming back to a quieter place. Observing how you feel after a very short, slightly silly fun practice. Couple of deep breaths. Observing the rise of the abdomen with your inhale. And gently opening the eyes. So thank you very much and hope to see you soon, either at the bookshop in Ham or perhaps St Luke's Church. Bye.